at Cedar Point or JCPenney's, where I used to work, by the way, you'd walk in there and all of a sudden there would be this lady who'd be like, "Oh, child, we got a situation in here." And I'm like, why is it that she's just telling some random stranger, "We got a situation in here"?
Oh, I don't want to start complaining, but it's not really a complaint, it's an observation. Welcome to the Scott and Allie Not For Air podcast.
What's your complaint?
It's not really a complaint, it's a weird observation. I no longer can go to the men's room without somebody taking a deuce when I walk through the door, and I have to turn around and walk out. You know, so we just finished. And this is
ours is similar, but it has nothing to do with pooping.
Oh, yeah, no, you're right. So we have more guys working in the building now than we have in a long, long time.
Yes, and do you know what one of the sales girls said? She's like, "I can't even stand to work over there." She goes, "It smells like a fart factory every day."
They ought to work in this room.
Let's see, 1, 2, 3. Was there like 4 guys over there?
We haven't had 4 guys working in this building all at one time in that department in the longest time. So
like 10 years.
God, it just never fails. So the way this timed out this week, Allie and I, we ate lunch, and both of us were getting ready to come in here and do this so we could be, focused right with you guys for the Not For Air podcast. And Allie's like, "I'm going to go pee."
And then I'll be ready. Pee, water, then I'll be ready.
And I'm like, good idea. I'll go pee. Well, there's now a thing, and this is now bathroom etiquette in this building, and I've seen it happen more than once. So when you go in now,
do I have to look over the?
No, you're fine.
Okay.
So, the ladies' room here has 2 stalls. How do I know that? Don't ask.
Because you do over under.
Yeah, So you have 2 stalls, which is nice. The men's room, you have the urinal stall, and you have the shitter.
Yeah.
And
full.
There's no escaping it. And I think it's a unspoken form of respect, or just you don't want to be in there long when it's a very confined space and somebody is taking the Browns to the Super Bowl, if you know what I'm saying.
You guys aren't chatting up about a sales order or something.
No.
Okay.
So when you walk in, and you can tell because the light's on, and normally the light's not on in the bathroom, and the light's on, and I'm like, well, I usually leave the light on, but nobody else does. So I walk in, and of course you kind of tilt your head. You're like, oh, there's feet underneath there. So what do? You have an option. You can either just turn around and walk right back out the door. It's a loud door, and then everybody knows, don't want to be in here while he's blowing it up.
Right.
Or you wash your hands and you get out as quick as humanly possible.
Oh, you didn't even pee then?
No, I have got to pee like you wouldn't believe. And
oh my God.
But I can't. You can't. It's like
in a normal. Okay, so every single time you turn around.
Oh yes. If someone's in the in the shitter stall, and obviously they're in there for one reason, you get out.
I have the opposite thing. So I go in.
Allie goes in and starts blowing it up if someone's peeing.
Right? No. I go in and I just. I hold and I go. If I gotta go, I've gotta go.
I got a bladder of steel. I'll make it for the next 20-some minutes. But
well, that's because you don't drink any water.
No, well,
see, and I'm always drinking water, so I can't hold it. I mean, but this is with all of my bodily functions. I almost crapped my pants yesterday, and I wish I was kidding, but I'm not. And I was like, oh my gosh, it's about to touch undies right here. This fart is going to whisper past and to leave its shadow.
Leave a shadow.
Oh my gosh.
So you don't have any similar etiquette to this, where if you walk in, you just turn around and walk out, like even if somebody's doing the echoey farts in the bowl?
No. I have so many things to say about this. The first thing is whenever I went to like Cedar Point growing up, there was always, it's either Cedar Point or JCPenney's. Those are the 2 places where you can ferociously take a shit. Like, it's not even just like, because sometimes you're like trying to like clench and like, so it's just like, nope. No. And at Cedar Point or JCPenney's, where I used to work, by the way, you'd walk in there and all of a sudden there would be this lady who'd be like, "Oh, child, we got a situation in here." And I'm like, why is it that she's just telling some random stranger, we got a situation in here.
Now wait, is that when she's in the act of crapping, or is that? Oh, I thought it was like she opened the door, because in all these places, no one knows how to flush a toilet, and you undoubtedly, the first stall you walk in is guaranteed to have an anaconda swimming in the toilet.
I know.
It's like, oh my god.
I know, and that's the other thing. And then it's like, then you get the pee drops. I was at Target the other day peeing, because of course I always have to pee everywhere I go. and my significant other, he won't play away games for like anything. Like he is hard pressed to even pee in public.
I could do that.
And so I'm at Target because I'm peeing everywhere, and I usually check the top of the bowl. Is there any splatters, like pee splatters? Because girls are all of a sudden like, woo! We're having a dance party over the bowl.
Mixing bowl.
Yes, exactly. I didn't check. I got up and I was like, oh, wet. The back of my thighs and my butt, like we're all wet. But you know what I noticed? I don't think it was pee, because then when I flushed, it is all of a sudden Mount Vesuvius, and it's a geyser. I'm like, whoa, settle down, Target toilets.
Old Faithful inside.
Yeah, Old Faithful, yes. Yeah. Old Faithful. There you go. That's the one I was looking for. Old Faithful. So at Target, they want to make sure that there's no anacondas on the loose. Everything's got to go down, which that's the other thing. My new toilet at my new house, I am now triple flushing. It used to be at my house in oh my gosh, I still live in Corning. But at my old house in Corning that I just left, one flush and done. Now, Zach kind of warned me, because we have 3 bathrooms. So we have, on the main floor, we have a half bath. On the bottom floor, it's a toilet, but it's an up flush. So that's a lot more
It's got to pull it up and out.
Yeah, exactly. That's a little more work that's got to happen. Then there's my bathroom, which is on the top floor. So he says to me, which means I'm guessing he had an adverse situation or something while we were doing major projects. He's like, now you can't take a crap in the main floor toilet. That toilet is old, and it is just not made for high capacity. And I said, okay, well, it's not very many times that I am going to poop on the main floor, because like I can go up to my own bathroom. Scott, every time I go in there, I don't know if guys have this or not, I get a surprise poop. And all of a sudden I'm there
guys don't get this usually.
I'm there to pee. Well, see, I'm already sitting, so the muscles are already relaxed.
I guess.
So I'm sitting, and then all of a sudden I'm like, oh, hey.
We got a situation happening.
and then all of a sudden I get like, because we don't have a plunger in there yet, because we're still moving things in. And every single time I get like oh my God, what if I end up clogging this toilet and like overflowing the whole place? Oh my gosh.
And that bathroom, that's the one off the kitchen, right?
Yeah.
Okay. That bathroom is strategically placed to reek out both sections of the house. So if you properly do it, it will carry down the steps into the basement, and you can let it out into the main living room area. You could get rid of an entire household of people if you wanted to.
No, and here's another thing that just happened. We have never lived together. I was just talking about this with the girl that gives me my lip plump, my plumpy plump. She said, you guys have never lived together? No, we've been together for 4 years, never lived together. New stuff is happening, and which I'm going to get to that in a second too. But one of the things was when I almost shat my pants the other day. How this happened was we just got home from something, and we were going up to his office to work on a project in his office to get that all cleaned and situated. And I said, before we do that, I have to go to the restroom, which means that's code word for I got poop. And so he's walking up the stairs real slowly like a grandpa. Oh, I can't get upstairs. I said, I am going to poop my pants. Get out of my way.
Shove them out of the way.
So, but on top of that, the 4 years that we've lived together, it's not because I wasn't there very often. I mean, we work every single weekend.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So many times, Scott, I'm even like pooping here at the station.
Sure.
So he hasn't really known the bowels of Allie. So in this is getting a little too much, isn't it?
I'm still in.
Okay. Because for some reason, I started like my health journey back in full gear, which means a lot more vegetables, a lot more protein. This was like, this would knock over an elephant. And so I'm opening the window. I could smell it all the way down to his office. So I was like, I'm just going to close the office door. Yeah. So he doesn't even know what's coming to him. That's all I got to say.
Well, all right, real quick before we move on, the toilet.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Can you, I mean, they're not that expensive. It might just be time to get a more modern toilet.
Oh yeah. I mean, we probably will do that. Yes. That's no big deal. But you had going back
Well, it is if you got to flush it 3 times to get your stuff down.
Oh my God, yes. So, and then like, what do? I keep putting toilet paper in, which is a trick I learned from you. Keep putting toilet paper in after the flush, in between flushes to like, get the slide to get the, the streaks off.
Oh, well, there's 2 points to that. There's that, which is essentially let the toilet paper do the cleaning and make sure that, because who carries with them the squirty stuff that you put around the bowl when you're not at home, right? So that, or we found out years ago from a very good old friend of ours. Remember Paul Thomas?
Yes, this is where I got that trick.
Paul came in with a line, and I've never heard it before. When you let one go and it's got the little rabbit ones that float around, you put a piece of toilet paper over the top of it. It's called the poop tent. It just takes it all down. The poop tent.
Wait, now back to your full circle back to your question about do we have any rules? So when you're at like Cedar Point or JCPenney's, no, because we got a situation in here.
Yes.
Now, not really. Even in the girls' bathroom here, I'm talking to them. I have really not very many bathroom rules. I don't know if any of the other girls hate that I talk to them, but sometimes I'll say, "Oh, hey, did you get that copy in for that commercial or whatever?"
Doing business while you're doing business.
Yes, but have I walked in and immediately walked out? Yes, I walked in, walked out. I was like, not today, Satan.
Yeah.
Can't deal with this. No.
There's a situation going on in there.
There's a situation going on in there, and it's not even an anaconda. I was like, oh my gosh, are we freaking, who is the guy with the net in the Bible that put never mind. The fishing guy.
I don't know, but a baking soda bath soak is always doing wonders for the girls, from what I hear.
I don't know. But that's a situation. So I will turn around there. But and even like if I am at a concert and somebody needs toilet paper, hey, can I get some toilet paper? So we don't have these little 1-3-5 rules and the turnaround.
Oh, I've noticed it here. If you walk in and someone's in there, I've been in there. It's on the rare occasion that I have to do the deed here. And let me tell you, that's a rare occasion. I mean, I work my best to make sure that doesn't happen here.
That's so crazy to me. When my body says, I just, go.
Well, you know what, though? You said Zach's like that. I think us as guys, really, we want more. I mean, listen, I will burp and fart in public.
Right.
Okay, I'm not that big of a slob, but, whatever. I don't like doing that out of my own home.
That is so crazy to me.
Yeah, it's weird. I guess, maybe not. But we'll either walk in, realize somebody's there, walk out, or try to not make it look quite as obvious and wash our hands and then walk out. It's like, I just
had something on my hands.
Yeah.
Right. Well, and I think also because most men I know use those Cottonelle baby wipes, and you guys aren't carrying them around because 9 times out of 10, a guy doesn't have like a suitcase or briefcase or a man
I take
bag.
in a travel trunk with me when I go to the bathroom. I've got everything I need.
Guys who are office guys who have briefcases, they're really the smart ones because they can bring the baby wipes and whatever else they need to keep their undercarriage clean.
By the way, the other observation I had about this is not only does the person walking in immediately go turn around and walk out, or wash your hands. I've noticed also this person was finishing the job. In other words, I heard the buckle of the belt getting put back together.
I hate that noise for some reason.
And they waited until I left before they came out. Like they didn't want me to know who it was in there.
Yeah. That is a thing though, for sure. I'm always like moving my feet together, like scrunching them. Like I don't want people to know that it's Allie who's dropping the deuce in there.
They know your brand.
Oh, I'm sure they do. Okay, I have another great story for you. Now, last week we told you about me fighting with the neighbor, right?
Oh, that was great.
I got another fight. Now this is
with you.
This is not with the neighbor though. So listen to this. So Zach puts a lawnmower up on. He wants to put it on Facebook Marketplace.
How much does he want for it? I need a lawnmower. Is it self-propelled?
It is a zero turn, but
Is it a rider?
yeah.
Oh, how much?
Well, I mean, it's gone now. So
Oh, son of a.
yeah, but it was well anyway. So he asked me would I put it on Facebook Marketplace. Now, before I said yes, in my head I was like, don't do it because I don't want people to know where we live.
Right.
I want to keep our privacy. And it's like, it's not mine. It's not my money. It's not my thing. I'm not the one who's doing most of the messaging back and forth. Like, no, like he'll say, oh, say this to this person. So I'm like, okay, hey, we'll knock off $100 or whatever. It's like, this isn't my bag, man. Well, I put up the riding lawnmower on my Facebook Marketplace. And at first, a couple hits here and there.
Yeah.
Well, all of a sudden, I'm going to go with last week. I'll just say last week. Last week, I get 2 hits within 10 minutes and inquiring about the lawnmower. The 2 people had the same last name. I'm no dummy. I know you're trying to see if you can get a cheaper price from one or the other.
But you are stupid because you have the same last name.
Right, exactly. Like you're not getting one by me here.
Right.
So I told them, so I said to Zach, hey, here's one. Okay, another one comes in. And I said, oh, that's funny. There's 2 inquiries in a matter of 10 minutes when there hasn't been inquiries in days. And I was like, oh, wait a second. It's, Smith and then Smith. And he's like, oh, yeah, same family. Duh, whatever.
Right.
So I gave them both the same price. And even one of them asked me for a cheaper price. And I said, nope, but we'll throw in this like John Deere oil change kit or something like that. Okay, great. So they're getting the same thing. So what did I do? I told one of them to come at 4:30, one to come at 5:30 because this is business. And the person came at 4:30. They accepted.
And then came again at 5:30.
Wait, hold on a second. Then accepted and gave us the money. They bought it. So what do? I contact the other person. Hey, it was sold earlier. My boyfriend sold it, whatever. And the response from them was, oh, I wish I could pull it up. But I'll paraphrase because my phone is charging right now. It basically was like, how dare you? How dare you do that? That was my father-in-law. Somebody of your name and stature shouldn't do business like this. I want to be like, bitch, you were trying to get me and I just did business because who knows? He could have not taken it.
It's a first come, first serve basis. Doesn't everybody post that?
Exactly. She did. She thought, oh, she was definitely getting it. There's no guarantee.
No, it's first. Did you not have on there on the ad first come, first serve? Well,
no, that's just, I feel like that's implied. And I
thought so too.
And I did not say, oh, I have somebody coming at 4:30 because duh, you have the same last name. I know you're in the same fucking family. So for her to be like, how dare you and your name, blah, blah, blah. I was like, don't you smear my name because that is, again, I say it again. This is business. First come, first serve.
Yeah.
So
it should always be implied. What if I'm at the clothing store and I wanted this T-shirt and I saw the person walking out with the last one because the checkout lady goes, oh, they just sold the last one. What am I going to do? Run after the person and be like, hey, fuck you. I want that shirt. How dare you? You bought that shirt.
Or you sold that shirt. So here's the one thing I will say. Now, I have been looking for something on Facebook Marketplace, very specific. I've been looking for a pink vintage sink.
Oh, so yeah, you're the talk of the town on that. I was talking to Gordon about that because Bo, our contractor friend, was talking about. Apparently, that's quite the conversation, the pink sink.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So here's the only thing I'll say about this is if I was traveling, because I've seen one, there's one that's 2 hours away and there's one that's 3 hours away. And I will go travel.
Sure you don't want to leave them that far away?
What?
I said, you sure you don't want to leave them that far away?
No. Okay. This is going to be an awesome bathroom. Shush your mouth.
Uh-huh.
So,
I'm siding with Zach and I don't even know his opinion.
Well, I can tell you what his opinion is. He's like, it's your bathroom. You do whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
Like, which is kind of my opinion on his bathroom. But hold on a second. So the only way that I would change my mind on this is if I said to the person, hey, listen, I live 2 hours away. please hold this for me. Or I live 3 hours away. I'm driving. I can see that of course I looked up both of these people's profiles.
Sure.
I can see they live in like Addison or something. Like, it's not like you're driving that far away. And I gave her enough notice to say, I'm sorry, somebody else bought it.
Yeah.
Your father-in-law. You dumb bitch. Anyway.
Go buy it from him, you stupid ass.
And you know what? I feel bad now because I yelled at Zach. I said, I'm not doing I got so hot.
You gotta get hot on somebody.
I know, right? Exactly. Like, for some reason, I've been so fiery after this move. I said, I'm not doing any more of your Facebook Marketplace business. Blah, blah, blah. He goes, we just made a lot of money. I was hoping this would be a good thing. I said, well, now this lady says she's going to smear my name and whatever else. So.
Oh my God, over a riding mower that is by nature Facebook Marketplace, first come, first serve. Why don't you grow the F up in the year 2023 and figure out life?
It just kills me because I didn't mean to yell at him, but because she was yelling at me, then that got me all worked up. So, yes, of course, I had to take it out on somebody. And then we kissed and made up. It was fine.
To a point on that, if he was really busy and didn't have time to monitor the Facebook Marketplace. Now, I know you're very digitally savvy. You're the one that shops the most on Amazon. I know you're the one that probably does this the most, looking for the pink sink, things like that. So I can understand him going, well, that's her area that she's very good at. It could have been a teaching experience for him where it could have been like, no, I'm going to help you put it up. You're going to manage it from this point forward because obviously this situation had happened. But I'm sorry. It's wrong.
I wasn't sure if you were
wrong.
I wasn't sure if you were going to side with me or not, because the other thing is,
well, I do kind of side with you because in reality, okay, you didn't.
I meant between me and that woman.
Well, I totally side with you. That woman was completely out of line and just a spoiled brat that didn't get what she wanted. But you got noticed that you're not going to get what you want.
But she got what she wanted because her father-in-law is the one that came and picked up the lawnmower.
Oh, no. See, I think there's a rift between the father-in-law and this girl, and she's pissed because he got it and she didn't.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
That's where I think the frustration comes in because you're right. If it was in the family and everything was okay, who cares?
Right. Now, as far as me posting it, whatever the next thing that Zach wants me to post.
No, show him how to do it and let him manage it.
Right. But he goes, but you're a part of all those groups, like, those like garage sale groups and those community groups. So he said, you're a part of all of those things. And here's another thing too. There is no guarantee. I looked at a pink sink here in Elmira, and I know there's no guarantee on stuff. And I walk into all those situations with that attitude. So I looked at this pink sink here in Elmira, and I said to the guy, it does have some chips. I am going to show my contractor and see if this is going to be an issue later on down the road. I'll get back to you. I said, if you have to sell it, that's understandable.
Yeah.
Somebody else might come along and want a pink sink. I doubt it, but anyway.
Yeah, I'm doubting it too, but all right.
So and he was like, okay. He goes, or you can make me an offer. And I said, well, I'm not going to make you an offer yet. I'll let you know by EOB today. And even he reached out and he said, what do you think? So we had a good conversation going back and forth, but I went into it going, if you have to sell it, then it wasn't meant to be.
Yep.
So that's where I stand. Unless I say I'm driving from 5 hours to come pick up a couch, a sink, a dresser, a set of dishes.
But even then, technically,
I know
it could be sold. Now, I would like to think they would do what you did, which is message you while you're still 4 hours away, and you could go, oh, well, I'll go to the Cuba cheese shop since I'm down this end of town anyway, Mm-hmm. So it kind of, you did a very good thing. You let them out. But no, this is a situation where unless Zach's super busy, this is the learning situation that you have to now teach him how to stand on his own 2 feet with that. Yeah. Because honestly, it doesn't 100% matter that you're a member of all these garage sale groups. More of those are just telling you where they are and when, aren't they?
No, these ones, you can post items in there.
Oh, well, then share it for him.
Yeah, well, and that's what I could do. And then the other thing,
make him post it, make him manage it, make him deal with the bullshit, and you just share it.
And this is the other thing I said to him. I said, now she's mad, and now she knows where we live. So, and I knew that they were in the same family,
now you know she has long grass, so up hers. I'm feisty today. Listen to me. I'm like,
The other thing is that both her and her father-in-law were asking me the same like way of directions to my house. So I was like, they got to be next to each other on the couch.
I'm betting you there's a rift in the family, and I think she's pissed because he got it first.
Oh, maybe.
I really believe that's what it is. More so than anything else. Because, like I said, who doesn't understand if you post something, it's first come, first serve.
Yeah.
Whoever buys it, whether it's the first person, the fifth person, and you're the seventh person, tough shit.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Scott. Thank you for the justification. Anytime I ever
true.
need justification, Scott always seems to find a way to justify it.
That's what I do, I guess. Yeah.
I guess.
That's how that works. God.
Oh, my God.
What else do you have for today? Because I'll be honest with you, mine was kind of just,
oh, my gosh, my fight wasn't enough?
Oh, no,
2
I'm
weeks
good.
of fighting?
Listen, that was
What,
good.
Do you want me to start punching somebody in the face? Just, I'm
honestly,
ready. Come on.
You can't tell me. You can't tell me that you didn't think to yourself for a minute, am I living in an alternate universe when this person said, I can't believe you did that? You had to have been thinking, is this real?
Alternate universe. I think it's crazy that I never fight with anyone, and 2 weeks in a row, I'm getting in fights. And I was like, what is going on?
It's called the move, and you're letting all your frustration out wherever the hell it's coming out.
I'm afraid of what's going to happen next.
Oh, think about me. I'm in the same room as you. God, I've been dancing on eggshells for days.
Do you know the other thing that I thought was, what if somebody slashes my tires? So right after this, I forgot to tell you this part. Zach and I installed 9 cameras around.
9.
Oh my God, my phone goes off.
Did you move into the prison parking lot? What the hell?
My camera goes off, or my phone goes off all the time.
Yeah.
It is so annoying, but I was like, I'm not taking no chances. But I can't wait until one of the projects we're going to do is build a garage in the back. There's a garage, but it's very, very small.
It's a bit
Rickety and Corning they suck on garages. Like nobody has a stinking garage.
Right.
So that's one of the things. Hopefully by next year, we build like a 3-car garage, because I was like, I need to get some protection.
Yeah, no, I think that's a good move. Yeah, you're right. You're right. If I could ever clear out my garages, I'd actually park my car in mine. But I've got half my old kitchen in one. Those cupboards got to get hung for storage. And then...
Wait, are you going to hang them in your garage?
Yeah, we're going to hang some of the old cupboards in the garage.
Nice.
Gordon and I are going to do it on either side and just have that kind of built-in storage. Well, they were good cupboards. It's just they were out of style for what you'd want in your house anymore.
But it would be great for a garage. Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Those are those projects. We'll get to it.
Well, and that's just it. And now, I'm starting to wonder, are we going to have a shitty winter? And thinking to myself, man, I wish I would have cleaned out that garage. But there's just stuff in it. No matter how hard I try, I can't get these garages clean.
Yeah.
And Gordon's selling his motorcycle, so maybe that'll help a little bit. It'll help us be able to get some stuff moved around.
Yeah, that's my goal. My goal is to absolutely be able to at least get my car in there for this winter, because I can't stand scraping my windows. That's one of those things that...
Yeah.
Hey, the lady who gave you the lasagna soup recipe, do you remember her name? If you don't, it's okay.
No, but I have her phone number. Would it be weird if I said, can I text you?
Well, no, I wanted to give, she said she watches the podcast, so I wanted to give her a shout out.
Well, you just wait 1 second here while I do this. We'll do this the way we do on the show. I'll give you the last 4 digits.
Oh, okay.
Because that's, for those, I would like to think that if you're watching this, you listen to the show too.
You never know. Somebody might just randomly stumble upon us. I loved it. That guy this week on the show said he was new to us. I love new people. I was even thinking of mailing him a t-shirt.
1743. There's your shout out.
1743. We also met 2666. They said they also watched the podcast. So what up? And we're out.
You know what? We had a situation going on in here today.
There's a situation in here. I'm like, thank you for the warning. Believe me, my nostrils told me first.
I guess that's it. We'll see you guys next week.
Okay, bye.